So good morning, everyone. Before I start my session on the topic civil engineering, career prospects, skills, and competency requirements as per industry demand, because you have been listening to me since last 3 and 4 sessions. So may I request you all to introduce yourself in 30 seconds. You can unmute yourself and you can introduce so that we all know each other well and we are more connected with each other. So we can start with Professor Ajay Garola, who is here. Garola, sir. Or Aditya, I can see. You have to unmute yourself, Aditya.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. I am Engineer Aditya Singh, and I've done my civil engineering from Lovely Professional University in the year 2020. Currently, I'm a independent researcher, and I have 7 publications so far, and I'm working on other research-related projects. Thank you.
Great, great. So I have been observing you. You have done a great job during your studies in LPU. So I wish you all the best. And if you are really interested, then join for PG and PhD program because you have that trait and intention to do research. So it's always great if you can join for your high
Thank you,
school.
sir.
Yeah. Should I take a call from everyone, or it's always better that you unmute yourself and then introduce yourself if you are comfortable? I can see some of my students also. Om Rastogi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Myself, Om Rastogi. I am currently a third-year student in civil engineering department from Graphic Team to University.
Great, great. So all the best. You have been in my session since last 3-4 occasions, if I'm correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Maybe Samarth, Sumit Pokhriyal, or Vikas Binjola. If you are interested, you can unmute yourself and you can introduce yourself.
Good morning, sir. I am Sumit Pokhriyal and I am currently pursuing BTech Civil Engineering degree from Graphigara University, and I am currently in 3rd year.
Great, good. Welcome to the session.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir. My name is Vishwanath Pratap Singh, and I am pursuing MTech in Civil Engineering from Bundelkhand Institute of Engineering Technology, Jhansi.
Great. Welcome to the session. My voice
Hello,
is
good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Irfan Ansari. I have completed MTech from Structural Engineering.
From which institution?
LNCT University, LNCT College.
Okay, great. So hope you are going to learn something from my session.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. Is Aftab Lasker basically here. Done a diploma in civil engineering from Silchar Polytechnic, BTech from LPU, and pursuing MTech from LPU.
Okay, great. So you joined MTech in structural engineering?
In environmental engineering, sir.
Environmental engineering. Okay. So they started environmental engineering this time only?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. I am Subhendra Pawar from Haryana. I am pursuing my PhD from RFID University.
Okay, good. Anyone else who would like to introduce? Okay, so without wasting much time, let me come back to my session on the topic. So today we are going to join hand and we are going to understand a civil engineering profession in a bigger prospects, okay, in greater perspectives, and we will understand each and every aspects of this profession related to career, related to skills or competency requirements as per the industry demand. So before I start my session, it is my duty and responsibility to introduce my university and my department. So Graphic Era University was established in the year 1996 as Graphic Era Institute, and it was accorded the status of deemed university under Section 3 of UGC 1956 through notification dated 14th August 2008 and approved by Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India. And in 2015, Graphic Era University was accredited by NAC with grade A. Graphic Era, deemed to be university, has been conferred All India and IRF ranking since last 3 consecutive years. And we are among the top 100 universities in India as an award of learning and excellence, surpassing all parameters of assessment like teaching, learning, research, graduation outcome, outreach, industrial presence, and more for Indian institutions of higher education. About the department, it was established in the year 2007 and has grown over the years into one of the finest centers of training in the field of civil engineering. The department offers a 4-year course, which is now called as program, 4-year program leading to bachelor degree in civil engineering and 2 years program leading to masters in 2 major specializations in civil engineering, that is structural engineering and geoinformatics engineering. As well as department also offer part-time and full-time PhD program in different domains of civil engineering. So with that brief introduction, let me also congratulate to the management and the faculty members, staff, and everyone who was involved in the ranking. I'm happy to announce that an IRF 2022 ranking was recently announced, and Graphic Era, deemed to be university, has scored 74th rank in university category, 64th rank in engineering category, and 65th rank in management category. About me, myself, Dr. Amish Srivastava, I did my BE from University of Roorkee and then ME and PhD from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. I have been member of many professional bodies like ISSMGE, Indian Geotechnical Society, Indian Society of Rock Mechanics and Tunneling Technology, and International Tsunami Society. And currently I am heading the Department of Civil Engineering, Graphic Era, deemed to be University, Dehradun. This is my academic profile. I have completed 50 Scopus Index documents so far with 864 citations in Scopus database, and in Google Scholar, I have total citations of 1,287, and with H index of 18 and I-10 index of 28. So let's start. Before I start, I always quote this: the best creator next to God are civil engineers, and you will all agree with me, is it not? Now, when it comes to civil engineering, it is a professional engineering discipline that deals with the design, construction, and maintenance of the physical and naturally built environment, including public work, roads, bridges, canals, dams, airports, sewerage system, pipelines, structural components of building, and railways. So if you see all around you, there is a civil engineering, is it not? So in this profession, we talk about structure, we talk about transportation, geotechnical aspects, water resource survey, and building construction, materials, manpower, labor, project management, estimation, costing, environment. And the list is not limited, like it's not exhaustive. We have already seen a lot of marvels that has been created in India. Terry Dam, which is 260.5-meter high, the highest earth rockfill dam in the world. Then we have seen Lotus Temple. We have also seen underwater tunnel, then signature bridge near Gurgaon. Then we have highest railway bridge in the world, that is called Chenab Bridge, which is 35 meters higher than the Eiffel Tower. Then Statue of Unity, world's highest statue. Then we have seen metro system in the cities. We have also seen the transport infrastructure. Okay, Hebbal flyover, which is in Bangalore. Similarly, Pirpanjan railway tunnel, which is 11.2 kilometer long. Then iFlex Solution Bangalore building, you can see such a complicated structure created by an architecture. Then it is finally constructed by a civil engineer. Then Panbam Bridge in Tamil Nadu, and then Bandra-Worli Sea Link in Mumbai. So these are the marvels, some of the examples of marvels which are created by civil engineers and civil engineering profession. Now we have to also understand the evolution of this profession. When it comes to civil engineering, we all understand that from where we started, living in the caves, then individual mud houses, then individual houses, then multi-story building, and then now skyscrapers. So like that, we have evolved over a period of time. And it was only possible because of the technology. Advancement in the technology, advancement in the construction activities, and so many revolution that has taken place over the period of time. So when we talk about technology, we all understand that technology don't replace you. Rather, you are replaced by people who use the technology. Hope you all agree with this statement. Now we have seen the industrial revolution in the past. Industry 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is it not? Industry 1, we started with mechanization, and then steam power came, and then weaving loom, everything was almost mechanized. Is it not? Then in Industry 2 revolution, the mass production started, assembly lining and electrical energy was involved. And then after that, Industry 3 revolution, where we started automation, computers and electronics. And in Industry 4, we are now in the era of cyber physical system, Internet of Things, networks. And do you think that construction industry is going to be immune with these technology? It is not. Things are penetrating into the construction sector also. Okay, and technology is also penetrating into the construction sector. So if you don't equip yourself with the technology, people are going to replace you because they will be using those technologies. And if you don't use, so if you don't do your job, others are going to do your job. When we come to civil engineering evolution, this evolution has also taken in 4 stages on the same line like industrial revolution has happened in 4 stages. We also consider civil engineering profession has also evolved in 4 stages, and now we are in the era of digitization. So how we started? We started with crude tools, then we started using machines, then in stage 3 we started using softwares, and now we are in the stage digital era where everything is getting digitized. And we are talking about smart homes and smart infrastructure. So this is called construction 4. In the same way as we called industry 4 revolution, we also say construction 4 revolution, and we are in the stage of construction 4. So in the construction 4, what is the concept of construction 4? Construction 4 concept involved smart sites, simulation, and virtualization. So these 3 are the major component of construction 4 technology. When we talk about smart site, how you can make your site smart? You can make your site smart through technology like Internet of Things, RFID, and automation. People are making the site smarter. Then when we talk about simulation, now the concept of virtual reality, 3D printing, building information modeling, these technologies are used. And when we talk about virtualization, we talk about cloud computing, mobile computing. So what is the purpose? Through integration of these three components, smart site, simulation, and virtualization, we improve the construction project performance. And how you improve the construction project performance? When you reduce the cost and time overruns. So people are not very much aware of this construction 4 concepts. And please try to understand that in time to come, the priorities will be fixed. You can see the ranking. When we talk about smart construction site, people are shifting from conventional construction to prefabrication and modularization, modular construction, you can say. Companies are using Internet of Things, IoT. They are more into automation now. The regular works are done through automation. Internet of Services, product life cycle management, human-computer interaction, additive manufacturing, radio frequency identification, robotics, cyber physical system, embedded system. So top priority is on prefabrication and modular construction. And students who have joined this session, they should understand that future is here. So when I say future, it's not actually future because we are developing nation and we are adopting the technology of developed nation. So you just see what developed nation are doing. Those technologies are going to come in 5 years maximum. Okay. And if you are not equipped with these technology, or if you are running away from these technologies, then definitely you are actually not justifying the profession. You have to really understand that if you don't do your job will be done by someone else. So please ensure that you justify your profession and you accept the technology which is coming in a very fast way. Coming to simulation techniques, building information modeling is a top priority. If today you learn building information modeling, your next 15-20 years are secure. From a regular or conventional site engineer, you become a BIM manager, you become a project manager. You start managing the sites. Technology like augmented, virtual reality, mixed reality. These things are coming in a very big way. In virtualization, mobile computing, social media, big data, cloud computing. See, things are coming in this profession, or you can say that this profession is adopting this technology in a very fast manner. Now, when we talk about construction industry, we say that still it is in a very infancy stage. Why? Because of some of the challenges like segmented nature and site-based activities, okay, is more prevalent. Then people are very much resistant to change. Quality of information at design stage, it is very poor, it's challenging. Then incompetent labor, poor communication, delay in procurement, theft, equipment movement, inventory, low investment in research and development. So these are the issues and challenges that has to be taken care. But it's only a time. In time to come, we are going to resolve these issues or challenges, and we are shifting towards complete digitization of the construction. That is called digital construction. And we all understand the benefits of digitization. the manufacturing companies, automobiles, banking sector, who have adopted the digital approach. The purpose was to earn the money, passive. How do they earn the money? They earn the money through productivity, improving the productivity, improving the accuracy, intelligent, making the system more intelligent, customer satisfaction. Customers are more satisfied. Efficiency, you improve the efficiency, and by this way you earn passive, you earn money. So that is the purpose of digitization. And we have all seen how banking sector, automobiles and manufacturing sectors have improved a lot by improving their performance. So what are the new age expectations? In the construction industry, now we are talking about smart materials. We want smart materials. We want smart equipments, smart labor, and smart investment for our built environment, so that it helps our socio-economic development. So some of the trends that we should look for, like advanced materials or smart materials. One such example is self-healing concrete. Then virtual reality, augmented reality. I don't know whether you have heard this term or not. एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल है, जैसे शॉपिंग मॉल में हमने ग्लोव्स पहन करके we play the games ना. That is all virtual reality. We feel that we are on roller coaster ride. So that is virtual reality. Artificial intelligence, machine learning. I'll share some of the examples. I'll show some of the videos where technologies are now taking up everything. You know that recently there was a news that China is going to construct a dam with the help of robots through AI&ML. Not a single person, engineer or labor will be involved in the construction of dam. Prefabrication, as I mentioned, then use of GPS, GIS, then modular construction, 3D printed dwellings, 3D printed houses, smart buildings, sensor technology. Without sensor technology, you cannot make your structure or building strong and smart. IoT, ICT based tools and techniques. So these technologies are going to take over your construction sector, and you should be comfortable using these technologies. So coming to the careers after civil engineering, we all know that conventionally we either get into the project department or billing department or planning department, contract department. So these are the conventional openings that is there as a site engineer or as a billing engineer or costing engineer, or maybe quality control department where we join as quality engineer, or quantity estimation, structural drawing when we adopt this profession in the field of structural engineering department. So like that, some of the conventional openings are there and you people keep applying for that. When we talk about career pathways, so there are 6 well-defined career path options that are available. Either you get into the corporate sector, or you get into government job, you go for higher studies or do research or become an entrepreneur, or you go abroad for your studies. Okay. So in corporate sector or in government job, there are 3, you can say that there are 3 sub pathways are also there. Either you get into the design, or you get into the construction, or you get into the project management. Okay. So let me share these 3 PDF, which will be very important for you to learn and understand the profile, skills with experience, okay, which is required, which is normally required by the companies. So before I share this PDF and discuss these PDFs, let me share some of the examples where I'll show you how construction technology is taking up. This is one such example. You can see robotic arms are constructing a bridge. This is a YouTube video you can easily download, and you can see only 2 robotic arms that is constructing a bridge. So now, as a civil engineer, what is your role? Your role is to design these elements. Let me share another one. These are all machines that you have seen, that the bricks are manufactured in an automated way. Okay. Can you see the screen? See the video? In the same way, you can see the plastering is going on in an automated fashion. So civil engineers are now required to create these kind of smart equipments. And it's not only civil engineer, but it's a multidisciplinary project where people from mechanical engineering, from CSC, electrical, they have joined hand and created these kind of equipments that are doing the regular job of masons or workers who normally do the plastering work. So as I mentioned, that all regular jobs will be done by the machine. Let me show another video. You can see the wall is constructed by machine. Can you see this? So recently the 3D printed houses are constructed. Let me show that also. The 3D printed house that has been constructed. So this is 3D printed building. 9.5 meters tall, 2 stories. So hope you have found these videos interesting, and you must have understood that how technology is taking up. How technology is taking up. So let me show some this particular PDF where I would like to explain that how different companies have working in different field. And this particular PDF is important for those who are into the designing of curriculum, designing of content. So they should particularly see that how you can make your students industry ready. You can only make your student industry ready when you change your content, you upgrade your content, you teach what is required by the industry. Like if you talk about Gammon India Limited, they majorly work on roads, expressway. I know that you as a academician, you teach transportation engineering, but I don't know how much portion is covered as expressway. Similarly, ports, hydropower, urban infrastructure, airport, then SEGs, water, wastewater management, then railways, power transmission line. So Gammon is a good company and they work in these agriculture infrastructure. How much we teach our students about this agriculture infrastructure. Then similarly, L&T, they work in the area of buildings and factories, transportation infrastructure, heavy civil infrastructure, smart world and communication, water and renewable energy and water transmission and distribution, offshore and onshore hydrocarbon projects, piping engineering is a very important course that should be introduced at the UG level. Lot of opening is there in this particular field, is it not? Because everything is going underground. Similarly, FCONs you have to talk about marine construction like jetties, wet basins, dry docks, breakwater, and like that. Then SNP, power plants, nuclear research establishment, factories, automobiles. So like that, you just review that what companies are doing and what are their key functional areas. Okay. So kindly review this. I'm going to share this PDF in the group and kindly review and see that different companies and their functional areas and how much input you are giving to your students at the UG level. And even UG students who are preparing for getting into this corporate sector job, they should also read and understand that if suppose they want to apply in a particular company, then they should also understand, learn that what are the functional areas of that particular company, and they should start preparing in that. So hope this is interesting and useful PDF. In the same way, when I talk about job profiles as a civil engineer, what do you think and what do you see as an individual, your role and responsibility? So normally when I talk to my students or talk to the younger generation, they see themselves as a site engineer after completing their undergraduation or post-graduation program. But you will understand through this PDF that there are many more options available. You can get into planning, and that requires not only qualification as undergraduate in civil engineering with 70% marks, which is normally mentioned, with no history of area. Here it talks about the key skills that is also required. Apart from qualification, your experience, the two important factors are your personality and your key skills. That will take you into that job. And what are those key skills and personalities? The high level of energy, excellent communication and interpersonal skills, then burning desire to excel in their work. And the key skills required are you should be good in Microsoft Project, MSP, Excel, AutoCAD. So you have to develop as an individual, you should develop these key skills. Then only you can think of getting into the planning sector. Otherwise, those who are freshers, those who say that I don't have experience, then you can think about customer relationship manager. So here you can see, you can get into the customer CRM as CRM. So the third column talks about the JDs, job description. What are the expectations that? But then here, if you want to get into this profession as a customer relationship manager, if you want to explore, then the excellent communication skill, customer friendly attitude, good interpersonal skills, and should be proficient in MS Word, Excel, PPT, like that. So if you want to explore your career as customer relationship manager, you work on these traits. Similarly, you can get into marketing, okay, with MBA. So here, after engineering, you can think about doing MBA. And definitely with 2 to 5 years of experience, you can excel in this particular field. But then you definitely require, if you are going for MBA, kindly do MBA in digital marketing, because you are trying to get into the marketing sector. And nowadays, digital marketing is on the top. So your experience as SEO, search engine optimizer, or pay-per-click, PPC, email marketing, or social media, there your expertise or your experience is going to have a lot of value. Then experience in handling marketing, launches, and activations, like that. So you can also explore in the marketing sector. Similarly, you can work as safety engineer, but then you have to do diploma in fire and safety engineering. Apart from graduation in engineering, try to get diploma or any certification course in fire and safety engineering. Here experience is definitely required, but then your key skills should be your strong communication skills, grasping power, reasoning ability, responsibility, optimism, patience, ability to work in a team. You should also be aggressive, confident, and ability to work under pressure. Okay. Then decision making should be very strong, time management, self-motivation. So these are the skills, leadership quality, adaptability. Everything is required when you want to work as safety engineer. So you can understand from this particular PDF that apart from graduation, what extra you have to do to improve your CV or resume. Similarly, you can also work in quality assurance, as a quality engineer. You can work here also. Apart from graduation, you should have strong communication, grasping power, or reasoning ability, then sense of responsibility, like that. These qualities are there. And also, it is always good that you have some additional certification as quality control engineer or quality manager. Some certification you should have done. So training is important. Then this is the profile most of the 80% or 90% of the civil engineers they think about. Now you see here, as a supervisor or site engineer for maintenance and construction work, what requirement is there? Graduation is 0 to 3 years of experience, but there is no technical skills required here. You should only know English, Hindi, or any local language, but then you should have high energy level, teamwork, good communication skills, confident work. You can work under pressure, okay, like that. Self motivation, so many other soft skills are required. But when it comes to technical skills, not much is expected for this profile. And I prefer that this is the least preferred profile for a civil engineering graduate. Then you can also work as quantity surveyor or billing engineer. Okay, for that, you should have good analytical skills, communications, leadership, ability to lead the team, integrity, sincerity, commitment, positive attitude. Okay, this is all personality traits, high level of energy, communication skills, like that. But then if you have worked in the field as a quantity surveyor or billing engineer for minimum 4 years, you are definitely going to excel. So it's your interest. Then 3D visualizer. Okay, as a 3D visualizer, you can also excel. But then you should have proficiency in architectural softwares, Maya, Autodesk, okay, 3D Studio, Max, AutoCAD, CorelDRAW, Adobe, After Effects, and Adobe Photoshop. You should be good in that. Then you can also work as an independent auditor. Okay, as an independent auditor, you have to have relevant certification of auditing. So you can involve in internal auditing, technical auditing, like that. Then you can also get into the designing part. When you are trying to get into the designing part, please note that apart from your degree, your experience, the requirements are your proficiency in softwares like STAAD, ETAB, or any other similar software. You should be proficient there. Then you should be good in understanding the industrial design codes of Indian standard, British standards, or American standards, or Euro codes. You should be good there, because you know that most of the projects, MNCs are doing projects in UK or USA, but they are hiring Indians. So if you don't know, or if you are not aware of American codes or Euro codes, how you are going to design the infrastructure for them, that will be a question. So apart from Indian standard codes, you should also be aware of other country codes. Okay, then form work. As a form work engineer. So this particular course should be introduced at the UG level, form work engineering, where you can teach about, you can talk about aluminum formwork in high-rise buildings project. Okay. In the same way, ground engineering. In the ground engineering work, you deal with the substructure like piles, foundation structures. And there, as a geotechnical expert, you work. And it is always good that you should have at least masters in geotechnical engineering so that you can explore this field. Similarly, company work in heavy infrastructure. So there you should be good in AutoCAD, STAAD, Midas, which is a new software, very effective, efficient software. Okay, so here you should be efficient in designing, engineering, and construction of infrastructure projects like metros, defense, nuclear, special bridges, tidal ports, and tunnel infrastructure segments. You can work there. So there are more than, or you can say that approximately 30 profiles I could shortlist, and you can find many more. There are alternate options are available, like interior designing. You can also get into the defense sector. A lot more options are there for you. So don't think that you are going to work as a site engineer after doing your undergraduate. In my personal opinion, I prefer that this should be the last option for you. Now, there is another PDF. I was just trying to Now you see here what I have done. I have listed down the companies that are into the MNCs, multinational companies or construction companies or consulting companies. Okay. And their head offices, their work profile, and then JDs or skill sets or qualification or experience which is required. So that is done by exploring the website. Like you can visit the ACOM website and there you can get into the career sector. And then here you can find out that different openings that are available as a site supervisor, as a safety expert or project director, bridge design engineer, bridge, because you know that all the bridges that are constructed 50 to 60 years back are now on the verge of failure, or they are either they have to be retrofitted or another bridge has to be constructed parallel to the old bridge. Like there's a lot of openings are available in the bridge design sector. Then pumping station, water treatment, okay, like that. Lot of openings are there, but then they are requiring specific qualification, skill sets and experience. They also mention that you should be good in Midas software. The person who is applying for bridge design engineer should be good using Midas software. Okay. Then in the same way, like if you are applying for some other opening like designer, then CAD software, AutoCAD or MicroStation, you should be good in that. So apart from degree, they are also looking for specific skill sets. And human mind needs training. So you have to get the training. In the same way, like BIM information manager, GIS technical lead. So as I mentioned that two fields are very much upcoming field, like BIM and GIS. These two fields, these two technology, these two tools are going to govern the future technology. GIS, BIM, and then here if I just type Control F, BIM, you can see how many times it is written. So everywhere, BIM modeler, like that. Good companies, big companies are looking for BIM manager, BIM modeler, BIM architecture. Okay. So kindly make sure that during your undergraduation program, you learn this BIM software, BIM. So I hope that these three PDFs were useful for you, and I'm going to share this PDF in the WhatsApp group. Let me come back to my presentation again. So we need smart workers. Hope this particular slide is self-explanatory. The difference between a hard worker and a smart worker. And in time to come, we are looking for smart workers. So with these words, I thank you everyone for being with me. So let me stop sharing this and we can have a discussion over the session and then we can talk to each other. You can unmute yourself if you have any question.
Sir, I want to ask you, sir, there's a difference between digitization and digitalization. And you initially
Digitization and
talked,
digitalization.
yes, sir, digitization and digitalization. So you initially talked about digitization. So, sir, I want to ask about what is your opinion on digitalization in the construction industry?
See, digitization and digitalization. You want to understand the difference between the two?
No, sir. Sir, I want to ask you what is your opinion on digitalization? Because initially you talked about digitization. in today's session?
See, let me understand your question first. First of all, let me understand that digitalization or digitization.
Sir, digitalization.
Digitalization.
Yes, sir.
Digitalization. Okay. So you want to understand the difference between digitalization and digitization. See, when we talk about digitization, is it not?
Yes, sir.
Conversion of data and processes.
Yes.
Is it not? And
Yes,
when
sir.
we
Yes.
talk about digitalization, is it transformation?
Yes, sir.
So digitization means because construction industry has lot of data.
Yes.
Is it not? But then nobody is there to process it because this data can support a lot in decision making. So see, when you just talk about data digital or digitalization, so it's an ability of digital technology to collect data and then establish trends and make better business decisions. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation. Try to understand. See, it is all starts from digitization. Okay. First, you have to make your data digitized. Then you start with digitalization. That means you start automating the business process through digitalization. And then digital transform. What does it mean? Digital transformation means the digital products. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So these are all integrated technology. It starts from bottom to top. Your data should be not on the piece of paper. It should be digitized. Then when you start automating the things, then that is called digitalization. And then digital transformation. Hope it is clear to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, so what do you think? Where does India stand in digitalization in the construction industry?
See, the top construction companies have now started adopting this new technology because, as I mentioned, that they want to earn money. Everybody wants to earn money. That's why they are in the business. So they can only earn money when they improve their efficiency. तो जैसे पैसे को मैंने किया ना abbreviate. P stands for productivity. If you don't improve your productivity, if you don't improve your accuracy, if you don't make your system intelligent, if your customer is not satisfied, customer satisfaction, then efficiency, everything. So that helps the business and that helps the owner to make money. Like banking sector, you must have seen, is it not? How fast it has transformed from manual work to complete digitization and digitalization. Is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Automobiles,
Yes,
and then manufacturing sector. Things are automated there. They have adopted the digital approach.
Yes.
So that has helped. And when we talk about India, we are definitely, as I say, that whatever the developed country has adopted today is going to be adopted by India in next 5 years. So whatever you see, if you want to see the future of India, you see what developed countries are doing. Okay, is it not? It's a normal trend. It's a normal trend that whatever is there in developed country, it finally penetrates into the developing country. In 80% or 85%. In very few cases, it happens that developing country, the flow is reverse. Whatever is developed in the developing country is finally adopted by. जैसे योगा है ना हमारा. योगा जो है हमारी कंट्री का फिर डेवलप्ड कंट्री ने अडॉप्ट किया. But then when we talk about technology, it's always the flow is from top to bottom. Okay. So
Thank you,
definitely in some of the cases, like you see metro, all the metros are now, the projects are only sanctioned when they have adopted the BIM technology. Similarly, some of the companies, good companies, they have made it mandatory. Even government is now making it mandatory that if you don't involve building information modeling in your project will not be sanctioned. Okay, so it's compulsion for them, because a lot of issues are resolved when we utilize this building information modeling or technology. I can have a separate session on building information modeling maybe next time, and then I can give the complete input.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I'll be sharing the feedback link. I will request everyone who is here to kindly fill the feedback.
So one more question about the environmental engineering. From the starting to end, no more area is covered in environmental engineering. So what is your opinion and future aspect about environmental engineering?
See, now a lot of awareness is going up, is it not? People are getting more aware of environmental aspects, and जैसे जैसे अवेयरनेस बढ़ेगी इस फील्ड की भी, मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा कि इट्स जीरो पे है, लेकिन अदर थिंग्स आर has taken over the environment, है कि नहीं? But now we are coming back to the environment because we have seen the negative impacts of our production, of our development, everything, and we know that as an Indian we are very sensitive to environment also. So
Yes, sir.
definitely it's a huge scope. There is a huge scope in this particular field.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I'm sharing the feedback link in the chat box. So kindly fill the feedback, and by the time I will also read some of the comments in the chat box. Okay, what should, according to you, what should be the criteria to choose our major while going to pursue masters? Okay, that's a very good question. And see, in my opinion, when you go for higher studies, you should always see your interest. Because at the undergraduate level, you must have studied so many courses in so many domains. But definitely one or two courses must have attracted you a lot. You may have obtained good score, good rank, okay, but then suppose you have interest in transportation or transportation sector, then go for transportation engineering. Or if you have interest in environmental issues, then go for environmental engineering. But for higher studies, definitely you should see your inner interest. Please just don't blindly follow the herd. As the answer is already given, digitization and digitalization, the difference is very clear. So I will request everyone to kindly fill the feedback form so that I can see how my session goes and then where are the scope for improvement.
Done, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And with that, let me first stop my recording.